What makes our boilers different is actually we'll start with the Ultra boiler, which is the utmost efficiency boiler in the industry. It's a fantastic piece of machinery. It's been out from Well McLean for about 4 years now. It's unlike any other boiler in the fact that it has the ability to change its firing rate. It'll go from 100% firing rate like your standard boiler all the way down to 20%. It has outdoor reset built right into it. What that means is you have an outdoor temperature sensor sensing the outdoor temperature at all times, so the boiler knows when to change its load. It changes its load by going from full fire to low fire depending on the requirements dictated by the outdoor temperature. Variable speed blower allows it to ramp up and ramp down, kind of like your automobile. You know what? We've been living in the industry with boilers forever that just come on and off full tilt. So in essence, when your boiler comes on, it comes on full blast, heats your house, and then shuts off when the thermostat reaches its temperature, whether it's 10 degrees outside or whether it's 70 degrees outside. That would be like you going out to your vehicle in your driveway, turning the key and going 50 miles an hour, and then turning the key off to stop, then turning the key back on to go 50 miles an hour. That's what we've been doing in the heating industry forever. But this is actually like an automobile should operate. You can idle or you can go 110 miles an hour if you want. So this boiler has the ability to change its firing rate at any given time, has an outdoor temperature reset built into it, and it also has a domestic water priority built into it. So this has the ability to make the hot water for your showers, your sinks, and dishwasher, and heat your house at the same time. Let me tell you about the expansion tank and what it does and why it's very important that we replace the expansion tank on every install, and we use a new modern bladder type expansion tank that virtually eliminates all air from the system and keeps the air out. When you leave existing expansion tanks, these old steel tanks that hang up in the rafters of your basement, they promote air. They allow air to get into your system all the time. And what that does, when you have air in the system, you have noise, massive corrosion, lack of efficiency, and ultimately you create leaks in the system. So in our mind, it's a non-negotiable installation standard that we replace the expansion tank every time to deliver an air-free system. Why we use pumps and not zone valves? You've seen zone valves. Zone valves are existing. As a matter of fact, when most people replace boilers, they leave the existing zone valves, when in fact the zone valves are the #1 cause of hydronic failure. We use pumps. We use pumps for each zone. As a matter of fact, it's not just the pump, but it's how we install. We install the pump in front of the boiler to pump towards your radiators. This promotes eliminating the air from the system, air being the #1 enemy of any hydronic heating system. The benefit to the client with using multiple pumps as opposed to zone valves are very slow in reacting. The cartridge circulator is virtually silent and very efficient. So what does that mean? When you're using zone valves and more than one zone calls at a time, which means you want heat in more than one area of your house, the other area suffers because the water's only going to take the least path of resistance. It waits for that one zone to shut off, then it allows the water to flow to the rest of the house. We don't do that. We use pumps on each zone, cartridge circulators, which are ultimately efficient, and what they do is they deliver the water right to the zone instantly the moment that the thermostat calls. What does that mean to you? It means comfort, performance, silent operation, and ultimately the lowest cost available. Why air is the #1 enemy of any hydronic heating system? It's like cancer. What it does is it causes noise, causes massive corrosion, and ultimately causes you money and lack of efficiency. When you use zone valves and you do not use check valves or flow checks, and you use a main check and auxiliary checks, which ensures that the water is shut off right away, what we do is we send unwarranted heat to different areas of the house, which causes uncomfortableness. You know, one area will get hotter than the other, and you're paying for that. Whereas when you use flow checks, the heat's delivered to exactly where you want it, when it's wanted, and keeps it at that temperature. Along with our individual circulators, we use these full flow brass valve isolation purge valves that allow us to purge all the air out of your system on startup and what we talked about before, but the spiral vent, keeping the air out of the system. Again, air being the #1 enemy of any hydronic system. Just like comfort is very important to you and us, so is your safety. And we don't take that lightly. Let me just tell you about 2 safety devices that we install on every boiler every time. First is this double check backflow preventer with a vent. And what that means to you is that at no time can your boiler water or your hot water boiler water that's been circulating around your house picking up debris and rust and contaminants could enter your drinking water. Did you know that? Because boiler water is under pressure and it'll actually push into your drinking pipes. And when you turn on your faucet for the first time, you could actually get boiler water right away. Let me tell you about another safety device that we use on every one of our installations as a non-negotiable installation standard. A simple device that'll keep your boiler from firing in the unlikely event that the water escapes your system. Matter of fact, most systems, most boilers out there in America don't have these devices installed on them. What this does, in the unlikely event that your boiler should run out of water, it shuts down the gas or the oil instantly. What that means to you is that you don't have an uncontrollable fire in your basement at any given time. Incorporated in this ultra boiler at 96% efficiency is a built-in domestic hot water priority system. And what that allows us to do is install this indirect fired hot water heater that provides you an endless supply of domestic hot water at the ultimate efficiency. The beautiful thing is you never run out of hot water. It's forever. The best part about this boiler, and this is the part that I love the most, is that we have to set this up after the installation process to customize it for your home. What actually occurs in real life in most boiler installations is they come in, slap it in place, turn it on, it heats your house, and they leave. What we have here is 32 different precision hydronic data parameters that we customize for your house, and that's the startup process. So after my guys are done installing this product for you, they sit down, they go through the 32 different parameters and set them exactly what's required for your home. The book on this boiler is 86 pages. There's 144 different parameters. These parameters that I teach every day to my guys are set up and customized for your home that allows the boiler to operate at the utmost efficiency. We set the boiler's gas pressure with this digital manometer, not a handheld YouTube manometer. So we set this to the exact factory specifications that's designed and curtailed for your home. Ultimately what that does is it delivers you the ultimate efficiency of the boiler, which is 96%.